Hi. Okay, I think we've already established I'm not 21. Okay. But in cat years, I'm 14. And the vet said I look great for 14. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I grew up in a typical Jewish family. My grandmother's last words were, "Take a sweater." I had a hard time of it. You know how some kids have imaginary friends? That's what I like, a nod, just a nod, okay? I was an imaginary friend. And I gotta tell you, I am very, very sensitive. If you're rude to me, I get a yeast infection. My first boyfriend was a redhead, an Irish setter. We were really close. One day he stood up, put his paws on my shoulder, and I thought, this must be doggy style. It wasn't. I have 3 kids. I'm actually falling, and I'm not stoned. Okay. I have 3 kids, one of each. Well, that's 3 kids I know of, you know. I've been divorced twice. You forget after a while, you know. I have an ex and a Dos Equis. And listen, I know that I'm paranoid, but I'm getting better because now I'll ask someone, "What's wrong? Are you mad at me?" And usually they say, "I don't even know you." I also have reverse paranoia. I think I'm following someone. Depression's been a big problem, okay? Last year it got so bad, I tried Suiciders Anonymous. But I don't know. Every time I went, there were less and less people. Hold on a minute. Okay. Even my therapist does not believe I have multiple personalities. So last time I sent her a bill, I signed it Marie Antoinette. Okay, what is all this? Comes from my mother, who is totally compulsive. She's like crazy clean. But me, I found out it's not even necessary to vacuum. No, because if you wait long enough, the dust balls get so big, you can pick them up by hand. And in my house, we don't have a bulletin board. No. My kids and I write notes to each other on the dust. Okay. And my mother, she saves every bit of food. I'm talking a crouton, a noodle, a pea. Okay, now this really affected me. Last Halloween, I wrapped myself in aluminum foil. I went as a leftover. Dry mouth, too much oral sex. Where was I? Oh, but there was one thing about my mother I really liked. She had a wise saying for everything. Like, 2 wrongs don't make a right. You've heard that, right? Well, how many do? Because I'll keep trying. This was my favorite one. If there's an itch in the palm of your hand, it means what's coming? Money's coming. And an itch in your scalp means an idea's coming. And an itch in your crotch means an Italian's coming. Okay. Now a little bit about aging. Okay, your body goes through a lot of changes. Like my boobs, they're sagging. I mean, they are going south. And I am not talking Miami Beach. Right about now, they should be crossing the equator. Boy, oh boy. Okay, everybody, let's take a drink together.
Okay, that's...
Good people. What was it? Oh yeah, but it's not all bad news about my boobs, because in the winter they keep my knees warm. and your senses start to, decline. Like for instance, my eyesight. I signed up for Kundalini Yoga, because I thought it was cunnilingus yoga. You should have seen their faces when I showed up in crotchless pants. And my hearing. Okay? My good friend took me to a la-di-da charity event last month. Well, I'm so restless and I'm moving. He leans over and he whispers to me, "Will you please sit on your hands and stay in your place?" But I thought he said, "Will you please pull down your pants and sit on my face?" So I did. Well, I try to be really healthy. I have to be really healthy so I can abuse myself without too much damage. And since I've been stoned since 1984, yay! My favorite green vegetable, I love it. I call it marijuana because I put the Jew in marijuana. But I have a question, okay? If my brain on drugs is like a fried egg, wouldn't that explain my constant craving for home fries and bacon? I don't know. But I've paid a price. My memory, I've lost either my long-term or my short-term memory. I can't remember which. But I am talking, my kids have to wear name tags. Every time I go out with my husband, it's like a successful blind date. Okay, now we get into the sexual fiction, my favorite. My favorite. I'm going to tell you how bad I am with machines. I put my vibrator on auto reverse and ended up buffing my teeth. I can remember my very first vibrator, brought it home, used it with a little oil. The damn thing heated right up. I could have stir-fried on there. Isn't that dangerous? I could see the headline now. Local comic dies in fire, found with charred vibrator. Oh, at the same store where I bought this, they had these blow-up dolls. Anybody ever heard of them? Oh, you're holding kids. It's so romantic. Okay. Oh, brief word about oral sex. More. Okay. What was I saying before that I forgot? I was talking about...
Blow-up dolls.
What? Oh, you're good.
Thank you.
Okay. So, it was a blow-up doll. And it said on the package, "Amazingly lifelike companion." For who? G.I. Joe? This store was going green, so if you did buy a blow-up doll, you had your choice of paper or plastic. Okay, big trend now. Older women and younger men. Some guy asked me out, I could have been his mother, and I figured, what would it be like to discipline this kid? Go to your room. I'll meet you there in a minute. Oh, God, I've had problems with guys from the get-go. I can remember my very first experience with little Timmy, the boy next door. We played doctor. Then he went home and sent me a bill. My first husband was so Ivy League, he had pinstripes on his penis. No, let it out, sweetheart. You know what happens when you're an inward laugher? It turns to gas. And this place is not well ventilated. I'll just stand over here. So I keep losing my place here. Oh yeah, my second husband. Oh, my second Chinese husband, Wow Hung. He thought monogamy meant only one at a time. Anyone, as long as they're one. So I'm losing my place again. Oh, did I tell you, this is totally off the subject, but they were talking about Amish and Hasidic Jews. Has anybody here ever seen Hasidic Jews, you've heard of them, you've read about them, there's a rumor about them, okay? Well, I always wondered, where do they get those clothes? I finally figured it out. Amish thrift shops. Okay. So, I'm going to say, it's really important when you have sex to know the person you're with. I just saying something like, is that a comment on sex? Okay. She's the one with the inward laughter, so watch out. Okay. So, totally going blank here. Okay. Anal sex. No, I know, it's not my thing. But I can see one advantage. I wouldn't have to wear makeup. Okay. Men are often very concerned, worried about the size of their penises. Okay? Nobody, I'm not picking out anybody specific. Could you shut the door? Sorry. It's like Mickey Mouse is gargling. Okay, men are very concerned, most men. Not you. We know all about you. I've seen pictures, okay? You hold on to him.
I will.
But most men are concerned about the size of their penises, and I'm here to tell you, size does not matter. Unless you want to have intercourse. Okay. And last night my husband's doing one of these. You're laughing? Your husband does it? He goes in the closet and does. So I said, what's that? He said, I'm rearranging. Rearranging because my balls and my penis, they're sticking. Now guys, is this a big problem? You never heard of Pam, huh? Did you ever wonder if one of the balls is the alpha ball? Move over, you're cramping my style. Move over, you're sticking to me. Well, this is my last question. Am I doing very poorly on time? Because I think I forgot a whole section. Hello?
You have time. You have time.
I have a little time. Okay. This is my question, guys. Okay? Why can't you make some sounds during sex? Are we supposed to create the whole soundtrack? I mean, couldn't you at least cough, whistle, crack your knuckles? And when you do come, could you let us know? A tap on the shoulder, a fax, ooh, a postcard. I've arrived. Having wonderful time. Wish you were here. Okay, thank you very much. You guys have been fabulous.